Let's dive into what's going on with crude oil. We've got David Williams joining us this morning as investor, forecaster, a page trader. David, thanks for waiting patiently. Appreciate you sharing part of your Monday morning with us. Let's dive into the bid we saw last week. Crude up above 93. As I mentioned at the top of the show, ties directly into some of those inflation concerns. It's a reflection of that unease that's on the border of Russia and the Ukraine.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, good morning, Ben. Great to be here. Thanks for having me on, as always. You know, for some time on your program, our forecast has been that crude oil would advance from $80 up to 85 to 86 and then 91, which as of last week has now been reached. And as you know, our longer term forecast is that we'll be up at $103 to $105. That will be the 103 per barrel or higher is probably due in the third quarter or by the third quarter of this year, and at the latest in 2023. And at this point, Ben, I have to agree with you. This is all, you know, the pandemic has kind of pulled back from its importance, and really the whole thing with the border of Ukraine and the Russia invasion has really become the front runner. I think the last time that oil was trading at $90 per barrel was maybe in October of 2014. So it's been quite some time that we've made this comeback, but we're here now, and we believe higher prices are absolutely due in this market.
David, talk to us, because some of this, well, we're looking at the 50-day moving average, where we stand in terms of the move up and through 80. And you have been right on in terms of calling these upper levels. And for years now, David, since you've been coming on the show, your levels have been spot on. We do appreciate that. I just wanted to quickly take a look at, as we move away from this daily time frame, look at the weekly time frame and the divergence that we've seen here from the indices. The purple line in this instance is crude oil. The ES, as it's come off. It'll be key to watch how that resolves. Talk about what's playing out here, the U.S. dollar weakening. That supports prices as well in theory. You've got gasoline, I mentioned. I mean, it's not just the WTI products or WTI and Brent. It's also energies across the board. I mentioned at the top of the show, heating oil, gasoline in terms of prices at the pump. I mean, they're on the rise as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And if I may say so, natural gas as well.
Yeah, back to $5, right?
Yeah, last week I made a rare forecast for you when they were trading at 382. Our forecast was that natural gas would move up 100 points to 487 to 489 in a very short period of time. That's exactly what happened. You can't expect a natural gas forecast at us every time, but I did put some time in that. It was a pretty explosive move. Everything energy related is high, is strong, is looking to move higher, and so on, but particularly crude oil. And even if we get some pandemic-related news, I believe at this point that the pandemic is really a background piece now,
Sure.
And it's not likely, no matter
Sure.
what really happens at this point, we're not likely going to see anything that takes crude out of its current longer-term uptrend. We'll have the usual pullbacks and so on, but I think crude is in an uptrend, and you have to consider that by the third quarter of this year, at the worst case in 2023, we'll be in the $103 to $105 per barrel crude oil.